What's up, boyfriends, girlfriends, and everybody in between? My name is Lexi. If you haven't seen my face before, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And the nice comment shout out of the video goes to this person right here. Thank you so much for all of your kind words. They truly mean the world. And if you want to be my next nice comment shout out in my next video, just leave a nice comment down below. Welcome to the video, you guys. As always, I hope that everybody is doing well. In this video, I am going to be just opening up to you guys about my sophomore year in college and just maybe sophomore year in general. Obviously, I'm talking about my own experience from my own perspective, but I think that this can be really helpful and hopefully really relatable. Okay, you guys, before we get into this video, I want to thank StuDocu for sponsoring this video. StuDocu is a life-saving platform created for students by students. StuDocu offers a very quick and very easy way for you to make money from the notes that you took in your classes. StuDocu also gives you access to millions of student-created book summaries, student-created study guides, obviously notes, and so much more. Literally anything that you can think of that would help you in your studies and just help you excel in your classes overall, StuDocu offers you. What I personally really appreciate about StuDocu is they give so much support to the students on the platform, and it's not just about passing an exam, it's about so much more than that. By sharing the notes that you have already made, the notes that you've already taken in your classes, the notes that are probably just sitting there in your notebook or in a document or taking up space on your computer, when you upload those notes onto StuDocu, you are giving yourself a chance to earn hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And I can't be the only one to believe that that is such a quick, easy, and super convenient way to make money as a student. On top of all of that, you can also refer your friends and earn from their uploads too. With all that being said, go click the link in my description box so you can go ahead and get started with uploading your notes, referring your friends, and helping a bunch of students all over the world. Thank you once again to StuDocu for sponsoring this video, and without any further ado, let's get into it. So of course I took to my Instagram story for you guys to ask me some questions, and I said that I am filming a video reflecting and telling you the truth about my sophomore year in college. So ask me questions about my sophomore year, and the questions are still rolling in, but we're gonna work with what we have right now. Okay, so first question is from Peach Rose. How did it differ from your freshman year? It's not a fair comparison just because of obviously the pandemic and the implications that it had on students literally everywhere. Obviously my freshman year was a lot of fun because I was on campus, I was having so much fun, I was meeting new people, interacting, growing and developing myself socially. I feel like my freshman year, after my fall semester, I was finally the person that I wanted to be. Of course, the person that you want to be changes throughout your life, but in that moment I was really happy with the person that I became. So I had been doing remote learning since March of 2020. But to answer the question, how did it differ? Freshman year was just a year of getting into the swing of college, if I'm being completely honest. For sophomore year, I will say the fall of my sophomore year, I really struggled with mental health. I talked about this in my most recent life update on my channel, which you guys should check out if you haven't already. I feel like first semester, when in terms of remote learning, it was okay. I had some really great and proactive professors who were very organized, and I was hearing my friends complain about like how much they hated remote learning and online school, and it's like so hard and they just can't do it anymore. And I didn't feel that way. I felt like it was honestly kind of a breeze except for one class that I was taking. And then fast forward to this spring semester that I literally just wrapped up a few days ago. It was not good, okay, just to say the least. I definitely saw what my friends were talking about, and I was able to finally experience firsthand having professors that are really kind of overly taking advantage of the whole asynchronous learning thing and just throw up lecture videos from last year, don't respond to emails. It was super hectic, but just because I wasn't lucky enough to have more proactive and organized professors that acted like they cared. I will say my two majors are cognitive science and journalism. I declared them this past semester, so that's exciting. And obviously like STEM departments at a lot of schools are, como se dice, not the most caring, and there's a stark contrast between how my STEM professors for my cognitive science major treat students outside of like, you know, the social sciences aspect of the major. There's a stark contrast between that and the journalism department. With the journalism classes that I have taken this far into my career, every last one of my journalism professors has cared about each student in the class as an individual and really thrived on seeing them grow and understand and just become, you know, the future of journalism. The pressure that I felt freshman year was just getting getting into the swing of things and just getting comfortable and adjusted. But sophomore year was the pressure of no socialization, literally sitting in my room doing schoolwork all day without talking to anybody, you know, not having like physical contact with my friends and the relationships that I established on campus. Like having that all taken away was really difficult. Nikki asked a question. Hi, Nikki. Nikki is one of my friends from my university. She said, what was the most rewarding part of your year? What new habits have you created? I would say the most rewarding part of the year was probably just finishing the second semester and finishing my sophomore year, of course. Just having that done and out the way. Having in my mind literally that I'm halfway done with college. Do I feel like it flew by? Yes, in a sense. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, it's just 4 years, it's gonna fly by so fast. And it's like, when you're in the moment, it definitely feels like 15, 16 weeks of a semester. When it's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class, it feels like you're going to that class 3 times a week and sitting there for an hour and 15 minutes. It will feel like you're sitting in that, you know, STEM lab for 3 hours, because you are. It does feel like it goes by fast when you're looking back, but not when you're in the moment. So it was just very rewarding to finish sophomore year, do pretty well given the circumstances and the conditions of the semester and online learning and everything. And what new habits have I created? I've started waking up pretty early. Like I can't really sleep past 7:30. I have an alarm that goes off at 8 a.m. every morning, and I always wake up 30 minutes before it. So that's one habit that I am not upset about. How did you feel living at home? Did you feel like you were missing out? It was definitely difficult to live at home after being away, especially in a whole different state. I definitely am taking and took more precautions regarding the pandemic than most other people took. The thing about missing out is like, I knew that if I were out and hanging out with people, I wouldn't have felt comfortable because I would have been scared of like getting COVID the whole time. So maybe not missing out, but I just miss life just like everybody else missed life. And also for me, I feel like a big factor of me feeling like I wasn't missing out was because my school didn't have a lot of students on campus. I think they only allowed 200 students to stay on campus. Most people were doing remote learning. Most of my friends were remote learning, and literally all classes were remote, so there was really nothing to miss out on. Is it easier online than face-to-face? That's a good question. I guess it just depends on the class, honestly. I would say it's easier to stay engaged in person than it is online, obviously, but once again, it just depends on the class. Did you consider dropping out or take a break for a semester? I think every college student considers dropping out. Have I ever seriously considered dropping out? No, because I don't know what else I would do if I didn't get a degree. I didn't want to take a break for the semester. I'm the type of person, like, I'd rather not take a break and just be done, because it's like if I took a break and I knew that I had one more semester after the time that I was initially supposed to graduate, I would dread the idea that I know that I could have been done if I just toughed it out. Ooh, if your classes were in person in the spring, would you have gone back? If they made students go back, like actually that might have been the only reason that I would have considered taking a break, because like middle of a pandemic, like in-person classes in the middle of a pandemic on a college campus, oh no. Did you feel like giving up right before the ending of classes, or was it just me? Listen, I probably mentally I clocked out. We didn't get one day off because I go to a private school, so they don't give federal holidays off. I did not have one day off except for weekends, you guys. Not one day. Not one day the whole semester, so that was a lot. So after I saw people who did have spring breaks on spring break, listen, mentally I was fighting to not check out, and then once like mid-April rolled around, I don't know how I did it. I finished strong, I really did, but I do not know how. That's all I'm gonna say. Are you interested in Greek life? Absolutely not. I didn't mean to say it like that, but that's just not for me, I don't think. How do you deal with crappy professors? You just are miserable for 15 weeks. That's how. Honestly, a lot of what college is, especially STEM classes, I will say, is like the more friends that you have in the class to sort of like divvy up the workload and like help and collaborate together when you're allowed to, the easier it is. Ooh, this is a good question. Do you think you'd have a better semester if you were on campus? You never know. That's hard to tell. That's why I like feel hesitant about saying, oh, I wish I was on campus, like, because you literally never know, especially with all of the like racial tension and the social climate in the world, when everybody was going back to school for 2020-2021 school year. Of course COVID sucks, but I do believe from this experience, I truly believe that everything happens for a reason, and I'll just leave that at that. Okay, this is a really good question. Which people became your actual friends? People you met at the beginning of freshman year or later on? Good question. Well, honestly, the only friends that I have are the people that I met freshman year. Like, only college friends that I have are the people that I met freshman year. But I will say the pandemic did really show me who I can count on and who I can't, and who I need to take a step back from. I think where a lot of friendships fail is when people choose to stop being there for each other. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to like cut a friendship loose, but you kind of just see where you stand with certain people, and people see where they stand with you, and you kind of can just go from there and readjust your expectations for them. This is a really important point, and I hope that this is able to click and resonate with somebody, and just really help people's expectations of friendships in college. Friendships in college, I don't want to say that they're a myth, but especially when midterms roll around and finals roll around, and it honestly always feels like it's midterm season when you're in college. So people are busy, and I feel like a lot of the time your friends in college, in a way, for the friendship to have to work, they have to be convenient friends. So friends within your major, friends within clubs or programs that you're in, doing things for literally all the time, because it doesn't make sense to deviate from, you know, your focus just for friends, because that's how it's super easy to fall behind. I hope that made sense. But that was a very good question. All right, you guys, that wraps up this video. As a reminder, the link is in the description box so you can start making money ASAP for all of those notes that you worked so hard on taking. This was kind of a summary of my sophomore year of college. It sucked, to say the very least, because of the pandemic, but I'm really happy that I'm halfway done. I'm super excited to bring you guys on the journey of junior year. I'm not gonna like stop making videos. Obviously, I always do summer content, so please keep a lookout for summer videos, summer vlogs, all that good stuff. I am happy to say that I am now fully vaccinated, and I'm just happy to get out into the world a little more, but still taking the necessary precautions to keep myself and other people safe. Follow me on Instagram to follow me along on all my summer adventures. I post on my Instagram story pretty much every day, or at least I try to. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, but before I go, I want to remind you guys to spread kindness and always remember that the less you wander, the more you wonder. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.